Okay, thanks everyone for joining us today for this pre-match press conference ahead of Pakistan versus Afghanistan tomorrow. Apologies for the delay in getting going. We just had some technical difficulties. We are now joined by Rashid Khan. Thank you very much for your time, Rashid. As some of the media will know, we're running these press conferences over Zoom. So if you do have a question, can I please ask for you to show your hand in the platform? And then if you're selected to ask a question, can you unmute yourself and then ask and mute yourself immediately following? So without further ado, I will hand over for the first question, which is from Shahid. Please, if you could unmute yourself.
Rashid, Assalamu alaikum. I am Shahid Hashmi from Agency France Press. My question is that when the two teams played in the 2019 World Cup, it was a match of high intensity. Fans had clashed. So do you think this will again be a same match of high intensity? And what will be your message to the crowd, the fans of the two countries?
Wa alaikum salam. Definitely, it's always a good game against Pakistan. Even we played in 2018 Asia Cup here and also in 2019 World Cup. But, this game should remain as a game. And I think it's a request to all the fans, to stay cool and calm and just enjoy the game. And this game is all about the enjoyment. And the more we just focus on the enjoyment and as we have seen the skins, things happen, accident happens after that 2019 World Cup shouldn't have happened. But, this is a kind of request to all the fans, whatever the result comes at the end of the day, this game gives lots of, unity to the nations and bring nations together, not to have those kind of accidents. So I hope, they remain cool and calm and just focus on and enjoy the game, and who plays better on the day, that team wins. And even all the fans, we know how tough it is, but still you need to accept that. And as a fans, they just need to support a good side. And I think, this game is all about the enjoyment and bring nations together, bring people together.
Okay, and let's go to Matt Roller, please.
Hi, Rashid. Afternoon. Could you speak a little bit in general terms about the team's batting approach, please? Seems sort of similar to the one we've seen West Indies use and be successful with, not worrying too much about dots because your focus is on sixes. Is that right?
To be honest, we don't have that kind of mindset. We have to focus on hitting so many sixes, but you have to adjust yourself with the wicket as well. What's the reaction of the wicket? As long you go there and spend a bit of time there, especially on these tracks, then it becomes easier for you. And that's the kind of mindset all the batsmen have it as well. Initially, it's very hard to go and just start hitting sixes. And that's what happened in the last couple of warm-up games against West Indies and also main game against Scotland, that the openers took a bit of time in the middle and they read the condition, they read the situation, and then they start going high. And it's all about targeting your own ball. When you get that, you have to target that. It's not about just going across for every ball and hitting it harder. So I think we just need to play good cricket as we have done in the last two games. And, whenever we get the opportunity to score some runs and we get the balls in our own zone, we as a team, we have that planning that we just need to go there and finish it with full confidence. And that's something we should do. And it's not about hitting too many sixes. These grounds are very hard to hit sixes. Yeah, the wickets are not as good to hit the sixes, but still, taking ones and twos and boundaries, that will be something which is very key.
And then could I please ask you to speak a little bit about the situation back home in Afghanistan and sort of the emotions of this World Cup for you and the squad more generally?
Things getting better, getting normal and back home, and hopefully, that's something which we only hope that to see much better in the future as well. And we as a team, we're here to play good cricket and give them a kind of performance and a kind of win that they could celebrate there. And that is something as a players we have in our hand, and that is something we will try our best in the whole competition to do better and give the kind of performances where they could enjoy, cheer for, and celebrate it. And that's as a team we have the planning, and I hope things get better with the time.
Thanks very much.
Okay, and now we will go to Ham Jafar, please. Your question.
Hi, this is Jafar Han from Voice of America in Washington. Let me ask Rashid in Pashto. ډیره مننه راشد خان کورودان په دې هیله چې سبا هم خپل مینوالو ته ښه خبرونه او ښه زیری ولرئ. په انګلیش معلومات ورکړه د لوبې په اړه ستاسو د خپلو تیاریو په اړه وغږېدئ. که په پښتو کې هم خپلو مینوالو ته افغانانو ته لږ ووایاست چې دغې لوبې ته څومره آماده یاست، په رواني لحاظ څومره آماده یاست، د بیټینګ په اړه چې په انګلیش کې کوم وضاحت ورکړه دغه وضاحت که په پښتو کې هم ورکړئ مننه به مو وي. کورودان ورور.
وعلیکم سلام هانسن په دې هیله ښې جوړې. واقعا زموږ دپاره سبانۍ لوبه بلکې هره لوبه ډېره مهمه ده او خاص کر سبا لوبه په دې چې مینوال ډېر زیات په تمه دي دې لوبې ته. که وګورئ تېر ځل هم موږ څنګه لوبې ترسره کړې وې نو د موږ لوبډلې تیاري ماشاءالله ډېره ښه روانه ده تر اوسه پورې. زموږ هره لوبه کې همدا هدف کوشش وي چې ښه وځلیږو او لوبه وګټو په خیر. هرې لوبډلې ته موږ ښه تیاري نیسو په ښه تیاري نیسو او کوشش هم همدای چې لوبې وګټو او افغانستان ته خوشحالي راوړو. نو لکه څنګه چې مخکې ما یادونه وکړه په 2013 کې همدغسې 2019 ورلډ کپ کې چې کله لوبې وي نو په حتما مینوال میدان کې چې وو هغوی لږ ورانی کړه، خو بیا هم د ما ټول نه دا هیله ده دا خواهش دی چې باید موږ لوبه سپورټ کړو او لوبې نه خوند واخلو. کرکټ او دا لوبې د مینې او پیغام ورکوي او باید موږ نړۍ ته د مینې او پیغام ورکو. نو انشاءالله موږ لوبغاړي ټول پوره آماده یو دې ته او تیاریانې ډېرې ښې روانې دي. نو ستاسو دعاګانو په هیله او موږ به خپل پوره کوشش کوو د خیر.
Okay, and we'll now move to Amlan Chakraborty, please.
Hi, Rashid. This is Amlan from Reuters. My question is, you said, it's so important to play well so that it brings smiles on the face of the fans back home. But at the same time, there's some uncertainty about Afghanistan's future in cricket. ICC will be discussing this in next month. So does it all put pressure on the team? You guys feel affected by all this situation?
To be honest, at the moment, we don't have anything in the mind. We have only this thing in the mind that we're here for the World Cup and we're playing 5 games and we need to win 3 games. And that is the thing we have in the mind as a whole team. And that is the thing we have that we should, we have that quality and skills in the team that we can qualify to the semi-finals. And that's the only thing at the moment in the mind of each and every player. We don't think about what's happening in the future. We don't think about what happened in the past. And that is something which is not in our hand, which is not in our control, and we shouldn't think about that as well. In that, not even putting any extra pressure on us. So, as a team, we know that what is our job and what we can do. You can only do what is in your hand, and we can do, that is in our hand to play the 5 games of this group stage and try to qualify to the semi-finals and make the country proud. And that is what we have at the moment. We don't think about what's going to happen in future. That will come with the time, and we as a player, we only focus on our games, and that's the only thing we can do. And if we have so many things in the mind that might affect our performance, and that might affect the team performance, and even the fans will be upset with that when you don't perform well. So as a team, we're just focusing on this World Cup to get better and better and to qualify to the next round.
Thanks and all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll take the final 2 questions, please, from Yassini and then Salman Khan.
Assalamu alaikum. Let me ask in Pashto. I'm from BBC Pashto in London. راشد خان ستړی مشکې کسان تاسې لنډ ځواب ورکړه. دغه ډول سیالي چې وي طبعا رواني یا ذهني فشار پکې ډېر وي. په دې برخه کې کله خبرې وکړو. بله دا چې د پاکستان د بالینګ تاسې خپل ټیم ته یو چیلنج ګڼئ که بیټینګ یې؟
وعلیکم السلام. موږ لوبغاړي دومره لوبې کړې دي ټول لوبغاړو چې اوس هغه ذهني فشار حتما په هر لوبډله لوبې نه مخکې په هر لوبغاړي که هغه د نړۍ بهترینه لوبډلې که هغه د نړۍ بهترین لوبغاړي حتما هغه منې پریشر راځي فشار راځي پې او دا زمونږ دې سره زمونږ ژوند دی اوس. کته هر څومره مو زخلو بغاړم په ما باندې پرشر نه راځي خو بیا هم لوبې نه مخکې په هر چا باندې پرشر وي خو چې کله لوبه شروع شي بیا غون فوکس غون توجه په خپل پرفارمنس او په خپل سکلز باندې نو ان شاء الله ذهني دومره تکړه او ذهني دومره سترونګ یو چې مونږ کولای شو چې دا پرشر هندل کو او خلوبه تر سره کو د شلوريز لوب دي په دې کې هر لوبډلې سره خ بولینګ هم شته خ بیټینګ هم شته مونږ به هدف کوشش هم دای چې څومره تیارانه مونږ کړی دي که هر یو لوبډلې که پاکستاني که هندستاني که نیوزیلندي هغه په خلاف مونږ خو ځلیږو مونږ هغه تیارانه کړی دي نو حتمان کو ګوره پاکستان لوبډلې بولینګ هم سترونګ دی بیټینګ هم سترونګ دی او زمونږ بیټینګ لاین اپ چې څومره خره وانه تر اوسه پورې ان شاء الله کوشش کوم باندې چې موږ سره جذبه سره لاړ شو او زمونږ بولینګ هم په نړۍ کې خاص کر سپین بولینګ په نړۍ کې نوم دی نو زمونږ به کوشش هم دی چې خلو به تر سره کوم ایکسترا ایفورت نکو څنګه چې نور لوبډلې خلاف لوبېدلی او هم د ویسټ انډیز سره سکاټلند سره نو سمپل لوبو کو او ځان باندې کوم ایکسترا فشار را نه ولو او د لوبې نه خوند خلو مینوالو ته یو خزیره ورکو
Okay, and final question from Salman Khan, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Starting with Rashid Khan, this is Salman Khan from Islamabad. Dara tu hai sabane mein chunke پاکستان خلاف د استاد لپاره ډیر اهم دی چې مخکې سیمی فائنل کوالیفای لپاره نو ټیم کمبینیشن هم بسي او سر پاکستان چونکه ایکسپیرینس سایډ دی نو څنګه سونه ټف ټایم پاکستان لور کې سبا
وعلیکم سلام واقعا ټف میچ دی همیشه ورلد کپ هر یو میچ ټفي کته خلو بل سر لوبېږي یا بیکار سر لوبېږي خو بیا هم هغه لوبډل چې ورلد کپ ته راغلي یو لوبډل هم بیکار نه یو لوبډل هم حتمن باغوي کې دا استعدادي چې وي هر لوبډل ته ماته ورکی ځکه په دې ورلد کپ کې لوبېږي نو واقعا پاکستان لوبډل یو سترونګ لوبډل ده او څنګه چې وي تیر دوه میچونه هم وګټل کوم کانفیډنس سره نو اتمن د موږ څومره میچونه هم چې پاکستان سره شوی که سلوریز میچ سره شوی د ماغم اخر اور ته تل د 500 سوريز دوه میچونه کړی دي ز چې کوم کې ومه په 2013 کې هم دغه سي نو نسم نړیوال جام کې نو ډېر کلوز میچونه ډېر د پریشر میچونه نو زموږ کوشش هم دی چې سمپل مایند سره لاړ شو او په خپل لوبه باندې ډېر فوکس وکړو چې څه ریزلټ کې هغه بل خبره ده خو باید په اند اف د ډے کې موږ مطمئن یو چې موږ 100% د لوبه تر سره کړه 100% د ایفورت هم کوم په بولینګ کې هم په فیلډینګ کې هم په بیټینګ کې نو ان شاء الله کوشش کوم د خلو بو کو او میچ وګټو په خیر
مننه
Okay, great. I think that concludes the press conference. Thank you very much, Rashid, for your time, and thank you, media, for your patience and for your questions today. Good luck, Rashid, for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And a quick question, if you can hear me, how can we get the recording?
The recording will be made available on the ICC's online media zone. So
recording stopped.
You'll be able to access that within the next